Hello. Oh, I survived. I feel like I'm pregnant. 1.5 ribeyes and that humongous potato. Gone. Hey, I wanted a good meal to get me started for in the morning. Tomorrow's going to be a rough day. I got a lot to do, a lot that has to happen early. I wanted a good meal to really give me a good start for tomorrow. Oh, I'm stuffed. I ate too much. I feel like I'm pregnant here. But those steaks were absolutely perfect. It's just the perfect shade of medium rare all the way through. It's like, oh, they were delightful. And that potato was so good. I had to go back and get some more sour cream to put on it. But wow, that was an awesome meal. So I figured I'd sit down and have a smoke here. And I guess I probably ought to take my nail polish off tonight before I go to work tomorrow because I beat the heck out of my nails. So well, hello, Noah. How are you? Gosh, today's technology is awesome here. Halfway around the world, and we can talk live. Now I did some ribeyes on the grill, some super jumbo Idaho potatoes with all the fixings. I put half a stick of butter on my potato. Big pile of cheese and a bunch of chives and bacon and smothered it in sour cream, and that was good. So, however, I did do one extra potato just so because I knew we'd have an extra steak. And so tomorrow night I can have the steak and just nuke the potato for a couple of minutes to get it hot and go ahead and slather it up and get it all buttery and ready to go again. Now I was getting down to I still had about a third of one of the steaks left because I had a steak and a half. And I was debating if I was going to survive that or not, but hey, it had to go. Well, I'm headed to bed in probably about 2 hours. All I got to do from here is I got my work jackets and stuff in the dryer. I just got to go get them out. And other than that, like I said, I'll probably take my nail polish off after I smoke. And gosh, that's about it. Other than the basics. Got to run the garbage can out to the street. I can drop the watch here. So now's my time to kind of relax. Oh, and I need to move back out of the purse into the wallet again. All that good stuff. It's been great being in the purse all week. It was an awesome time on vacation. It's going to really suck to put guy clothes back on. I've enjoyed being in the skirts and the dresses and everything all week, and had a ball with Rosie stopping and seeing us, and it was a good time. I'm just sorry it's got to come to an end. However, I got to get the rest of my vacation on the board. I got a week in October on there already, but what I'll do is I'll probably take a week in April. Because didn't you give me that week in June, dear?
The one in July.
Oh, it's in July. That's going to kind of screw me up.
Lolo's birthday.
Yeah. Okay, well, she's got me. I've already got a week in July going, too. So what I'll do is I'll kind of split the difference there. And then the one between July and October, I'll split the difference there and get my vacation time in. I just enjoy this way too much. It really sucks to have to be the guy. Wow. Thank you, Noah. You're so sweet. But no, I went to church today. I tried something different with the eye makeup. Took me 3 tries before I was happy with it. And then I had on kind of a bluish purple outfit with a little sweater thing, a little jacket thing over it and all. And I thought it was like perfect for church. And I tell you what, the people are getting nicer and nicer to me. And I even stayed for Bible study. And then afterwards, they even asked me if I wanted to come join priesthood, which we were headed home to get the grill fired up. So I didn't want to stay too late. But I was flattered that they asked me. You know, I mean, I'm a guy in a dress. Of course, I don't know. You know, I've been today on the makeup, I didn't do any foundation. I just did a little powder on it. And I've got it down now to where with all the epilating, I pretty much don't have a shadow anymore. So the skin has pretty much gotten to be really nice, natural, and smooth. And so, yeah, just a little bit of powder on it, and I look good. So I like that. I don't have to worry about trying to cover all that shadow up and all the black and, you know. But, no, it's been a great week. You know, we did a bunch of shopping, went and did a bunch of things. Had a lot of trouble with the back, pinching those nerves, and my right leg not working, so I couldn't walk part of the time. But I made it through, and I seem to be doing better. It's a little tender still in the back. But, you know, the leg, I walk a little funny on it once in a while now, but I'm thinking I'm getting the swelling down in the nerve, so I should be ready to go back to work in the morning. But it's just, they're going to try to kill me right out of the box in the morning. It's going to be ugly. Oh, that reminds me, I've got a whole stack of stuff in the purse that's got to go over into the wallet. I always got to keep my medical card with me and, you know, my DOT stuff. And that's the problem when you hold a CDL license. You got to always have that medical card on you. But now, Noah, I did ribeyes on the grill. And I mean, we were talking some really big ribeye, or really nice ribeyes, nice and thick. And some humongous potatoes to go with it. And had the potatoes loaded with everything and grilled up a big pan of onions. And hey, it was a good deal. Okay, why won't that open on me? Come on. Come on. Okay, that way should be closed, which means that way should be open. And why are we not opening? Okay, we're open. There we go. Okay, so Perks card stays in here. Got to keep my dress barn Perks card in here. I love dress barn. The people up there are great. Hello, Jasmine. How are you? I cooked up an awesome dinner tonight, and I ate till I'm ready to bust. Oh, I did ribeyes on the grill, and they came out so perfect. Oh, I loved them. I'm just having a little trouble moving and breathing here. I feel like I'm pregnant. Woohoo! What did I do? Bumped the wrong button on the keyboard. Now it's time to kind of close it up here after my week of vacation. You know, had a lot of fun, did a lot of stuff. Had a lot of trouble with my back and my leg. Didn't let it slow me down. Rosie and Jen came by. And it was a good time. Okay. So I think all the rest of those codes can stay in here. And I'm missing one. No, that's not it. Okay. Not sure what I did with that one. Okay. Let me just make sure it's not back in here. You know what? I probably ought to put my King Supers card over with my other stuff. Because I generally stop and get lunch there at a Loaf and Jug, which is a King Supers. Oh, my card's in here. I'm good. I'm good. So I got that moved over. But that was actually fun at church. And I always remember the Bible study is where they sat there with a verse and just bored you to death trying to, decipher it. But no, this gal kind of went in with, the real story of this is what took place, this is what it means, this is, and, kind of like a good story time instead of Bible study. So I thought it was pretty cool. And hey, anywhere I can go in a dress, I always have a good time. Well, hello, Susie. How are you? I managed to survive those steaks and that potato. I feel like I'm about to bust. But now it's time to put an end to my week off. I got moved back into my wallet. I'm going to go ahead and take the nail polish off because I beat up so bad. The only reason I left it on at New Year's was it was so perfect I didn't have the heart to tear it up. If I've got a perfect manicure, then I can't destroy it. But I've had it. They did it Saturday of last week, so I've gotten over a week on it. And at this point, yeah, it's pretty chewed up on the tips. I don't know if I can get the lighting where you can really see it. But yeah, the tips are pretty beat up. And so, yeah, as you can see all the white on the tips. And the big splotch back here. I've been tough on them this week. But I did get my van all serviced. I'm all ready to go for in the morning. So I will have to get up, hit it fast and hard, hope my back holds and my leg holds, and I can make it for another couple months on it. Now, yesterday we went swimming at the Y, and I hadn't been swimming in 22 years. Luckily, you don't forget how. But the one thing I found that has changed over the time, I float now. I never used to float. You're sweet, Susie. Yeah, I'm going to have to do this in a couple of steps because I'm going to wind up with red fingers. Kind of hate to lose it. But I'm amazed, though. They're at church, how they're taking to me. And they're all being so nice to me, and they're accepting me. And, it took them, first time they're kind of like, okay, But now they're getting to where they're just so nice to me. And that is the Mormon church. So, hey, they accept me for who I am and welcome me in. That's awesome. I'm going to get another paper towel going here. Yeah, and I figure if I get it off tonight, and then by the time I wash my hands a couple of times, they come nice and clean. The red will come out of the skin. Okay, no matter how much I clean on it, I'm still going to have, it's going to look like red on the fingers. Now, our weather from here actually looks pretty respectable. I think Rosie and Jen picked the coldest week of the entire February to come. But normally our worst weather is February and October. And boy, she picked the week. Get up in the morning, snowed in, and 6 degrees. I felt so bad for her. But I tell you what, there's no holding her back. They got together and got out of here quick and got rolling. And so I do miss her streams, though. But I think it's great, though, that, you know, even the church is accepting me for who I am, which really surprised me because I didn't know how they'd take to it. But you know what? It's not up to them to judge me. So you can tell who the true believers are and who aren't. Because the true believer is not going to be judging me. So, yeah. So, yeah. I'm glad you missed the storm. Yep. The only person I need to answer to on it is God. And you know what? I'm not doing anything wrong. If I'm doing anything wrong, then 200 years ago, royalty men were doing something wrong. Because that's where dresses first started, was with royalty men. Same thing with the high heels, which, my God, I've got a lot of use out of my boots here this week. When the wife bought them for me, it's like, all right, I wasn't really sure, you know, where I'd be wearing them or when. But with all the snow, it's been perfect. And it turns out they go with about any outfit. So I had my boots on today in church. I think I posted a little clip right before we left for church. So that should be on my channel. So we got an idea how I was dressed. Well, thank you. But I did have some time this week to kind of go through and get an awful lot of stuff washed up on Thursday. Because, you know, a lot of dresses that needed to be washed and some that just from hanging had dog fur all over them. So I always keep all my nice Calvin Kleins and my dry clean only stuff. I keep it in the plastic bag. Just basically to keep the dog fur down. And like anything that's black, I try to keep in a plastic bag. Anything I'm going to wear out any place nice. Just because that white dog fur really shows up. Now, the best thing I found for getting the dog fur off of stuff, though, is Static Guard. Just anti-static spray. I use it on my work pants every morning. I spray a lot of my dresses with it when I got fur on them. And when you spray with it, you can just fluff the fur off. It doesn't stick anymore. So that works. No, but my week is over. I was hoping to do a whole bunch of live streams this week, but man, with the way I was feeling and having trouble walking, didn't happen that much. Well, Susie, we got a dry cleaner right around the corner, little Asian gal, and she is so sweet. She loves my dresses and all when I come in. And the first couple of times I went in there, she didn't realize they were mine. And then I went in to pick up my dry cleaning one night, and it's like 15 minutes before they closed. And we had been out doing videos all day, and I'm all dressed. And so it's like, well, I'll just stop and get it. And I stop and I go in, and she's like, those are your dresses? She says, wow, you have such beautiful dresses. She's like, I didn't know they were yours. And she's just so sweet. So every time I go in, she always has to take a look at my dresses and comment on them. And she's like, oh, I love this one. And so, yeah, I enjoy going in there and seeing her. And the fact she's right around the corner, I could walk there. But I had one of my nice Calvin Kleins in the beginning that I didn't realize it was dry clean only. And I threw it in the washer and dryer. and it's the black with the teal stripes on it. And it came out with the fabric all pilled, had terrible white sheen on it. And then I had people tell me, well, wash it with Tide. So I tried washing it with Tide. That didn't do a whole lot for it. I bought a fabric shaver, and I shaved the heck out of it. That took care of a good percentage, but it still had a white sheen when the light hit it right. And so I took it over to the dry cleaner and told the gal what happened and what I did. And she was like, well, let me see what I can do, you know. And when I got it back, it was like brand new. It's like, wow. I was so impressed with their service. Yeah, the one thing that the bishop said to me is that you know, it'd be nice if my wig wasn't quite so bright. And so, you know, we'll probably check into maybe a brunette wig or something next time. So, because everybody in there is kind of, you know, got the darker hair and either that or the older gray, and having the bright blonde. But that's me, you know. He just thought that, you know, something not quite so bright would look better, which, you know, I got no problem with people, you know, giving me constructive criticism on it and give me ideas. So, you know, if he'd like to see something not quite so bright, fine. But I'm so used to this one, and I love the fact it doesn't get in the eyes. It always stays in place. And I buy them like 6 at a time because they're it's like $13.99 a wig. And I get a lot of wear and tear out of them. I get them off eBay. And I get a lot of time out of them. So now what I'm hoping for, because, you know, I've been letting my hair grow. I've been doing Rogaine on the bald spot back here and the thin spot up front. And I've been doing the Grecian Formula 16 on I had snowy white. Now I'm down to where it's more of a distinguished gray on the side. You know, it's turning more and more my natural color. So I'm hoping down the road here, I won't need the wig. And I figured, you know what? If I get my hair to grow out and it looks good, get my ears pierced, I'll have the whole thing going on. So that's kind of the idea. I didn't realize I had a dirty arm. I wonder if I leaned on the grill or something when I was outside. Now, it was the first time I'd used the grill this season, and I went out ahead of time to clean it and scrape the rack off and all, and then I figured a little cover in the bottom, I'd go ahead and knock all the crap off of it and brush it down. And when I picked it up and I looked underneath, the burnier elements were laying down in the bottom of it. All the brackets have rusted out, so there's nothing to hold the burner elements now. And so real quick fix, you know, run around the yard, I find me a nice piece of angle iron that's, you know, probably like a 1-inch angle iron or so, inch and a quarter. And granted, it was just a little long to go across. I had to put on a little bit of an angle. But it fit perfect under there and left the burner elements nice and flat. And as you can see, it works. But I'm thinking I need to incorporate a new grill into my summer budget. But the grill I got, they pretty much have them at Home Depot for like $99 most of the time. So, you know, I'm thinking it's not that ridiculous of an item. So I may wind up with a new one. But that one was given to me by my neighbor across the street. Oh, when did he give that to me? Like 10 years ago, dear?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been probably like 10 years. And the only problem with it was that cover piece over the burner was rusted out and fallen through. And I jumped online, was able to order the piece. It was like $22 with shipping. And we've gotten like 10 years worth of use out of it. Now, the automatic striker thing went out on it, probably 3 or 4 years ago. And so I've just been lighting it with a torch. But, no, it's good cooking grill. I was always diehard charcoal. And I still got my great big, huge charcoal grill out there. Which, one of these days, we might do charcoal again. But I figured with the way the weather was this week, if it was going to be too cold, I was going to do charcoal. It just takes more time. Your fire pit's rusting out. Yep. Anything subjected to the heat tends to rust. I had to replace my chimney stack here on the fireplace here last fall because it had gotten to where the bends, you know, the pieces are designed to kind of slide to make any bend, and the lips had rusted out. So the problem was if you so much as bumped the fireplace, it would disconnect up there by the ceiling. Now, in some of these cold mornings, when I really stack it up, I noticed when I had a security camera pointing toward the house, I blow a flame about 2 feet out of the rain cap. Goes out and comes out the sides about 2 feet. So it's like, okay, if I've got flames all the way up and out the top, if that thing disconnects by the ceiling, major problem. So that's why I replaced the whole chimney. I still need to replace my rain cap. All that's there is just the top cover because it's stainless and it's held up there by a couple of L brackets. Because all the steel netting and everything around it had rusted out. And then when her tree was rubbing on it, just completely destroyed it. So that's all I've got up there on the roof. So as long as the rain doesn't have a direct shot. However, it's open for if the birds want to come in. Not good. But the fireplace, we leave the door shut. So it's not like anything of any size can come in. But yeah, we could have one of those episodes like the old movie there, The Birds. Yeah, that came off pretty good. Fair enough, anyhow. Got a little touch of red around a couple of the edges, but I'm not going to worry about it. I've got so much to do tomorrow, and I'll be trying to run so fast, so yeah. Well, what I found, Susie, we have done the creosote logs, but aspen will clean your chimney as well as that creosote log. And so in my mix of firewood, I've got a bunch of aspen too. And when I was giving away wood, I'd always include aspen with every load just because it helps to clean the chimney. So that way, you know, I wouldn't be responsible for a chimney fire or something if somebody didn't take care of their house. But yeah, aspen will basically make it all crystallize. And if you clean your fireplace out and you got it all nice and sparkly right after you burned one of those, and then you come back in a couple of days, you got this big pile of jet black ash in there where it's all just falling off of the chimney and dropped down. So now, okay, I don't have a chimney sweep. That's my neighbors that borrow. What I've got is one for cleaning the dryer duct. But yeah, every time I've opened it up top, it's been pretty darn clean. I've never really had a buildup in the chimney. But I run it quite hot some mornings. I can raise the temperature of the house about 20 degrees in about 40 minutes. So that tells you anything about how hot I get it. I've had it hot enough there. Back years ago, I used to throw coal in it just because you didn't have to screw with it. You know, 3 chunks of coal about that big and you're good for like 19 hours. And then I started finding bigger chunks and bigger chunks. And you put a bigger chunk in there, and once you get it lit, it's a dream because it'll sit there and burn forever. You know, you'll get round-the-clock heat from it. Now, I had one of those chunks one day, though, that split. Now, when it splits and you get a little crack in the middle of it, it incinerates. And, my God, the temperature shot up instantly. The fireplace was glowing orange. We had it 117 degrees in the house, and I'm like, my God, how hot can you get it before the whole thing just combusts? Now, it was, I think it was, with the wind chill and everything, I think it was like minus 35 out. But it was, you know, some ridiculous temperature, 15, 18 below to begin with, and then the wind, and it was snowing. And we had all the doors and the windows open, and yeah, it had 117 degrees in here for close to 17 hours. It's like, oh my God, what do we do? You couldn't even come out in this room. It was so freaking hot. And because of that, it did pucker the back of the fireplace, and it did put a big split in it, which was funny because, it's like, all right, I come in one day with the welder and bring it out here, and the wife is like, what are you doing with the welder in the house? I'm going to weld up the fireplace. She's like, in here? Like, I'm welding in the firebox. It's not like I'm going to burn the house down. Because, I was just reaching in the fireplace, pulling a bead down the back of it. And, no, it was funny. It threw her for a curve because she never thought about welding in the house. And then I got a big piece of 1/4-inch steel diamond plate I've got laying across the back. So I don't have to worry about the weld accidentally coming open or cracking or anything. So I just thought that was funny, though. I mean, I'm the redneck guy that I'll come in with the leaf blower and blow the dust out of the fans and, the dust off the ceiling and stuff, and then go through and clean the room. Whereas I don't think most people think about bringing yard tools in. And I do come in with the air hose and the blowgun at times and blow out the ceiling fans. And, you got to get the dust out somehow. Which my question always was, when I put the compressor in out back, and, I've got a big jack up front here with a 1-inch connection and a standard air hose connection. So I got enough air if I want to run my big 1-inch impact gun when I had the Freightliner. But no, my question was, if I ran some piping through the house and put a couple of air jacks in here, would that be considered central air? You might be a redneck if. Welding. I have tried my luck with jewelry. Put it this way. Going through my divorce with the ex, I took my wedding band and melted it down. I wanted to recast it. And I tried and tried and tried. And, it's like, okay, you get it all melted in the crucible. You get your little mold all set. And I could never get it to mold right. So, I don't know. It's like it always cooled too fast before I got clear around the mold. And so, I'd melt it down again. I tried it again. And, I probably tried a dozen different times. So, I didn't want to get rid of the gold, but it was the case I didn't want the ring either. Well, hello, Calvin. Or Kevin. Kevin, okay. Kevin and Louise, all right. Well, nice to have you. I'm just kind of winding the night down. I did ribeyes and some humongous potatoes and fully loaded with everything. They were good. Basically, they were those huge Idahos. They're about yay big. And I threw them in the oven for about an hour and a half at 390. And that was perfect to cook them clear through and have the perfect potato. So, dinner was awesome. Now I'm just trying to get myself together here so I can go back to work in the morning. I don't want to stay on here very much longer because I want to work on getting ready for bed and stuff. Because here tomorrow I go back to the grind where for the next 5 days I don't have a life. My whole life is my job. Because I know my week before vacation it was, what was it, 13 and a half hours, 14 and a half hours, 15, followed by 13 and a half, and then like 15 on Friday. 15 and a half. So by the time I got to vacation, I was shot. Yeah. Well, thanks for coming, Susie. Hey, if I'm going to be out there grilling. But no, Kelly was right. No Virginia there. Must be 35 degrees. I'm in a t-shirt. Well, it's not quite a t-shirt. It's a little fancier than that. It's kind of got the ruffled sleeves and stuff. But no, we were about 35 degrees. Well, my back is, put it this way, it's a hit and miss. I'm not in all the pain, and I'm doing better at the walking. I think going to the Y yesterday and spending time in the pool did me some real good. But I do find I walk a little funny with that right leg sometimes. Kind of walk like I'm like trying to go up a step with it, which I'm not trying to walk that way. It's just with the nerves pinched, you know, you're going to get weird results. So, well, the problem with the grill is the heat goes up, it doesn't go down. So the fact that, you know, I'm in nothing but a pair of flip-flops, yeah. But I've got a fire going in here. We got the furnace set too. So at least I had a warm spot. But man, did I bust a sweat eating that steak and potatoes. Whew. I got done and it's like the sweat's like pouring off my brow. Like, wow, that was good. But those steaks came out absolutely perfect. I mean, perfect shade of medium rare all the way through. And they were just, oh, they were delightful. And I got them seasoned just perfect. I realized after I got them off the grill that I don't think I ever hit the backside with the garlic salt. But they were perfect. So, well, hello, Cooper. How are you? Good to see ya. Now I'm just wrapping my weekend up. Got moved back into my wallet and stuff for in the morning. Got my nail polish off the fingers. So I figure I am fat and happy with all I ate. 1.5 ribeyes that were, oh, probably about 7/8 of an inch thick. I mean, they weren't my 1.5 inches that I love, but it's what we could buy. So they came out good. Yeah. Well, you know, then it took me a couple days to go out and finally winterize it. So I left the hot water heater on, and I left the baseboard heating on so it wouldn't freeze. And then finally Thursday, when I took the van in for service, and it was Wednesday I took the van in for service. I got the RV antifreeze. And finally Thursday afternoon, I got around to going out and doing it. So, well, I got to tell you, Cooper, there's plenty in that little bitty jar to share. I did 3/4 or, well, half a shot, 3/4 of an ounce on Thursday night. And you know what? That was just fine for me. That is some serious stuff, but always a good. So Rosie does an awesome job. Problem is, it tastes so good that I could see where people could very easily get in trouble with it. So yeah. Lucky got rid of it before the DEA, Cooper. Yep. So, you know, I think that's why she made the comment, now that I think about it, because she had another pint in there going to Debbie.
Yeah.
And yeah, she made the comment that, yeah, she told him that, yeah, she had a bottle of bourbon and going over the Rockies, it was leaking. So she poured it into a jar. So, no, I don't mix it with anything. Like I say, Thursday night, I took my little shot glass. I filled it about half full and sipped on that. And you know what? That was just plenty. So there's probably, I'm thinking probably like 13 or 14 ounces left in that jar. 3/4 of an ounce at a time. You know, maybe every other weekend. When she asked me how long it was going to take me to drink it, I told her, it's like, well, you know, when you're having your New Year's chat, ask me then. And she laughed at me, but you know what? It may be New Year's before it's gone. A little bit goes a very long ways. She believes in high octane. All right. Now you're going to have to come see me, Cooper. I'm right down in the Springs, 66 miles south of Denver. So, yeah. No, my Tyson got a bone from a ribeye tonight, so he's a happy camper. Takes the chill out. Oh, yes, it does. Clear your sinuses right up, too. I was amazed. It's like, whoo, you feel it all up through here. And, yeah. I used to have a guy when I worked with when I was down in Naples, Florida, and him and his brother and all were from Anderson, Indiana, and his brother was still up there, and he did white lightning, and this stuff, oh, was hilarious because you could put a couple of drops on the floor and take your cigarette and just wave it over it. And then all of a sudden, it's like the floor tile, the wax and stuff is bubbling away on it, and it'll start smoking. But it was like extremely volatile stuff. It's like, man, you don't smoke when you're drinking that. And it was completely clear, looked like water. But boy, you take a swig of it, man, it would just take your breath away. That was some harsh stuff there. But Rosie's is real smooth. Like she says, hers is a bourbon, where the white lightning is pretty much just the alcohol. So but I was really impressed, and I felt so honored that she came to see me and actually brought me some. It's like, wow, I'm impressed. Oh goodness. But no, I tried to get everything wrapped up so I could have today to just, be able to go to church with the wife, and the daughter went. And so, which I'm amazed at how they're all really warming up to me and taking to me and just being so nice to me. And when I first went, I didn't know what kind of response I'd get out of people. So, Cooper, I think the world of Rosie. I think she's awesome. I love that girl. Her and Jen both. Now, Jen is such a sweetheart. Which the problem was, she stole my doggie when she was here. She sat out on the couch, and Tyson jumped up there, and she started to pet Tyson. And man, he spent the whole time in her lap, just loving on her. And he wasn't going to come see me no matter what. It's like, I'm happy right here. I got my favorite place to lay, and I'm getting my ears scratched and my head rubbed and my belly rubbed. Oh goodness, did he take a shine to Jen? That was so funny with those two. Yes, they are. And I know Rosie said that sometimes when you meet these people, they're different in person. Rosie's the same Rosie in person. There is no difference. I mean, she is the same Rosie that we all watch every night. And she's genuine. She's very nice and very smart, too. I mean, she's got a lot on the ball. Oh, my daughter Morgan. It was so funny after they left. Because, their little dog, George, she lugged that dog around the whole time they were here. And she wound up with sore arms and sore legs from carrying George. Oh. That was so funny. She's never lugged that kind of weight around for that long. Her new bestie. Woohoo! And it was so cute there because after they left and all, Tyson's in there sleeping, and I mentioned the name Jen, and he sits up and the ears square out, and that's why I got that picture I posted on Facebook. That's why the eyes were all red and all. He'd been sleeping. But all I did was mention the name Jen, and he suddenly perks right up and sits up. So I don't know if he was thinking that she was coming back or what. But those two were funny watching them. She was loving on him, and he was loving on her. But I tell you what, we had a good time. And I'm sorry my waiter Peter wasn't working over there. They've got him working him back now. They took him off the floor. I guess he had some kind of squabble with one of the customers, so they took him off the floor. Which that bites, because he was the best waiter they had. But he happened to stop in at the time, and he come over to see us. And he's so cute. Normally on the job, he'd have his little crown on with his little baby's breath and stuff going on. And It's just adorable. But boy, the guy doesn't miss a lick. I mean, when your cup starts getting down, bam, he's there. You get down to your last napkin, boom, he's there. You know, you start running out of butter and still have rolls left, he's there. The guy never left you without anything. And so I'm just sorry they pulled him off the floor. And throwing her pet. Having her pet me too. Oh, Cooper. You want to sit on my lap and I'll pet you? Oh, I'm so bad. Well, thank you again, Mike. You were so sweet. Oh, goodness. It's a good thing the wife loves me. You know, she's sitting over here listening to all this. Call me a jelly donut. Oh. Oh, Cooper. Can I let you in on a little secret, though? Something probably wouldn't pop up, so, you know, wouldn't matter. I don't know. You know, it's funny. When I'm working the long days and stuff like that, you get yourself pumped up. I think you get the testosterone levels raised. And I find when I'm dressed, it's like my whole sexual desire and stuff kind of gets reduced. You know, it's like I'm just happy being dressed. You know, to where I'm thinking it's got to do with the testosterone level going up and down. Because, you know, when you get pumped up for the job, then, okay, you know, you get the testosterone up, then, yeah, something works better. But, no, when you're more relaxed and, you know, chicked out. So, yeah. So, you know, it's almost like I get the testosterone up and down depending on what I'm doing. So, yeah, people think that cross-dressing is a sexual fetish. Well, no, it kind of suppresses your sexual desire. You know? So it's kind of, I don't know, some people it probably is. You know, and in the beginning with me, it was more of a security thing. You know, my ex-wife slept in a slip every night, and I was used to curling up next to her. I was used to the feel of the material. And when she went out the door, that was something I missed. Didn't miss her, but I missed the, you know, missed the feel. And so I went out. I started out with a half slip, and I slept with it like a teddy bear for a while. And then dressed up like a big box of Coca-Cola. Oh, Cooper. Oh, darling, I didn't know you cared that much. But then I started out, I'd sleep with it like a teddy bear. And then one night I decided to try it on. And after that, I was hooked. So then I went from the half slip to the full slip. I don't know if you've ever seen my bed in the videos, but got a whole new meaning to slip covers because I use a half slip over the pillowcase for the slip cover, which, oh, it feels so good to lay on because you slide real nice and smooth, and it's just nice to lay on. I sleep like a baby on it. So that's kind of where it all started. You know, I got to where I was sleeping in full slips, and then I moved on to where I was sleeping in those sundresses because of all the crap with my neighbor when she was doing that, getting the cops here every hour of the day and night. And so I'd sleep in one of those sundresses. So if the cops pounded on my door at midnight with another one of her fake claims trying to harass us, you know, I wasn't in just a slip, you know. I was at least dressed. So that's kind of where the whole sundress thing came in. So now I've gotten to where I kind of mix it up. You know, some nights I'm in a slip, some nights I'm in a dress. Last night I went to bed in my tank top and my skirt. Like I was comfy. So. Yeah, I've gotten to where it's like I really hate to get out of the clothes. Now, nights when it's really cold out, yeah, I've got some things that are longer. Got like one slip that's like ankle length. It's kind of a nightgown slip type thing. But yeah, depending on how cold it is out. You know, lately though, we've been backing the fireplace up with the furnace. Just because when my load of wood out back runs dry, I'm not sure what I'm going to do. You know, hopefully my back will be in shape where I can handle going and getting a load. But we'll find out. You're so sweet, Cooper. Yeah, like I said, I really don't know where I'm at. You know, I've been doing so much epilating and everything else. And now I'm down to, you know, the Rogaine and let my hair grow out and trying to fill in the bald spot so I can have my natural hair. And thinking about getting my ears pierced and all. And like I say, if I ever decided to start on HRT, I'm already going to be there for quite some time and know it all the way through to where, you know, it's going to be like putting wax on your car. Okay. That's basically what it's going to mean to me when it gets to that point. Because I'm going to already be there, be so comfortable and confident with it. I'm going to know what I'm getting into. Because otherwise, these people that get into it, and then they find out later, you know, that it's not what they wanted. But you figure I've been cross-dressing since 2003. And this is, what, 2018? So is that 15 years? So, yeah. I've been dressing for 15 years. And, you know, it used to be every time I had a free moment, and then it got to where it's just like anytime I'm not on the job. And when I come home from work that Friday night, you know, first thing I did was move into my purse and the whole bit. And it's like, okay, I'm not going to need that wallet for the week. And that's where I've been all week. So, yeah. Yeah, I did some checking into it this past weekend because I didn't even know where you went. And turns out we've got a good friend that works the Piercing Pagoda up at the Chapel Hills Mall. Now I was in the Citadel Mall, and they've got a Piercing Pagoda there. And so what I did, I stopped. I talked to the gal who, don't know who the gal is, but anyhow, some young black girl, and picked her brain on how it all works. And what they've got is a couple of racks on the counter. You pick out the earrings and buy them, and then they take the gun and they shoot them in. So it's not a case of they shoot the hole and try and shove an earring in. These earrings are designed to where they just shoot the earring through and put the back on it, and you're good to go. So, but as far as getting them right, getting them where they need to be, getting them exact, because, you know, I'm after perfection on it if I get it done. And so I more or less trust the gal that we know. She was a babysitter for Morgan for a while. And so, yeah. So talking to the wife, she suggests I go see Brandy. So that's what I plan on doing when I'm ready. Oh, is it? It's like kind of intimidating when you think about it to begin with. But it's like the gal there was saying that, yeah, you know, it's no big deal. It doesn't really hurt. No, just kind of a little prick. So, like I said, I'm thinking if my hair grows out a little longer, because right now with it still being short in the bald spot, I don't know if I'd be comfortable with it. So I'm letting it grow. I'm Rogaine in the bald spot. I'm doing Grecian on the white to try to get it to become more natural. And it's working really good. I'm impressed. So, you know, one day I hope to have my own hair and I can throw the wig away. Not need it. That's kind of what I'm after. So, yeah. Wow. I know my wife has multiple piercings. But she's also got a tattoo, and I've never had a tattoo. Well, if I got to drive in there to get him to do it, I'm not having booze first. However, you know, get a room right next door there and then take a shot of Rosie's stuff with me. And yeah, that'd work. I'd be lucky to walk out of there. So that's kind of the road I'm on. And this morning I was trying something different with the eyeshadow because lately I've gotten on this where, you know, I do the blue on the outside and the green on the inside, and then kind of blend it in the middle. And I think that looks good. I do it over a white base so it really pops. And today I was trying to go from a light blue to a light purple. And the first time I had the purple on the inside and the blue on the outside, and it just didn't look right. So then I changed it around. I did the blue on the inside going to the purple on the outside, and I still wasn't happy. It didn't look good. So then what I did was a light blue going to a darker blue. And when you blended that in, it's like, all right, that looks good. I was happy with it. But trying to match my outfit. And then on the lipstick, because it is kind of a purplish, bluish purplish outfit. Okay. I went in, I had 4 sticks of lipstick with me. And I go in to see the wife in the bathroom there. She was working on getting her hair done. And it's like, okay, what do you think would work best? And what she picked was, I've got a light purple and I've got a dark purple here. And so she did a dark purple base, put the light purple over it, and it came out pretty darn good in color compared to the outfit I had. It looked really good, pulled it all together. So that was my first time in public with purple lipstick. So I'm starting to experiment more and change it up. I've got several sets. I actually played around with them. What day was that? I think it was Thursday. I tried them again, and the problem was I was having trouble standing, so trying to be steady was tough and stand in front of the mirror. But I couldn't for the life of me get them on straight. And at that point, it's like, all right, I give up for today. But I keep going back to them. I keep trying them. One day I'll have it down. You don't realize how much goes into what, when a woman gets herself all dialed up, what goes into it. So, yeah. Try a purplish gray. Okay. Well, I'm still working on expanding my color choice because I've been red for the last 15 years. Well, I've been doing lipstick for what? Probably 7 or 8 years. And I've been reds the whole way. And I've got 1 tube of pink, which do I even know where it's at? Yeah, pink. Which I find, though, with the pink, I can put it on and you don't even realize I got lipstick on. So it kind of matches my natural lip. But one thing I have found about lipstick, the Maybelline lipstick. Okay, I wear it to bed every night. And what I found, it works better than chapstick. Because you put it on at bedtime and just sleep in it. And I haven't had a chapped lip since I started doing that. Whereas before, I lived with the Carmex. I always had my lips greased up and I was still chapped and they'd split and crack and bleed. Just the plain old lipstick works great. So, send me some Urban Decay eyeshadow. I've got this great big kit the wife got me for Christmas. Came from Ulta, which I got to do some more playing with. But I was playing with it on Thursday. And the one thing I found, because it's one of these kits. The one thing I found, I was playing with the eyeshadow colors. Now I usually do, to make it pop and look bright, I do the Maybelline 24-hour eye tattoo in white on the bottom. And what I found with that is, if you use that for a base, you can throw about any powder on it, even the LA colors from the Dollar Tree, and it makes it stay. It doesn't powder off. So having a cream base helps hold that powder. Now, I didn't do the cream base. What I did was I used their white, and then I came over it with a purple. And when I put the purple over their white, it basically turned gray. And I'm like, ugh. So I don't know. I've got to take time and really play with the different colors. You know, usually I don't have much time, and I'm not one to play experiment. I stick with tried, tested, and proven. And so, but that was a good experience. And the thing is, with this kit, it's all brushes. So you're trying to put it on with a brush, which I've always used a little pad thingy. I got the one here that I use. You can tell I got my white, my green, my light blue, my dark blue. So depends on which color I'm playing with, because those are the four I always use. And that's what I'm used to putting it on with. Now I have found some of the wrinkles up here. I have trouble getting in between the wrinkles. And I've been using one of my brushes, because I also got a set of brushes for Christmas. But you can see the ones here that are blue and purple. Those are the ones I've been playing with. I'm trying to blend them a little bit. But I found with the creases, I can get in there between it with it and actually make it even up. Yeah, I'm getting more and more picky about having it right. I find the more I do this, the more picky I get. I mean, I'll drive you nuts getting ready to get out of here, because it's like, all right, I'll put this on, put that on. Oh, I'm not happy with that. Oh, let me do this. I mean, there's been times where, I've changed bras 3 times, changed dresses 3 times, and, kept tinkering with it until I was finally happy with it. So, yeah. See if those were real nipples shining through in that blouse. Ah. Well, that's for my wife to know about. Goodness. No, I'm braless. I had a bustier on for church there, so I'd have the support on the back, because I know I'd be sitting a long time. And I find the bustier really helps when you're sitting. Also helped when I was out back busting wood between the bustier and the back supporter. But when I got home, it's like I just took it off and threw the blouse over it. Yeah, thank you, Susie. You are quick. I got some of the quickest mods in the West here, dear. Of course, I don't know if Susie's from the West or not, but anyhow. Now, I liked the way I had it last night, though. I thought that looked good, braless with the tank top and all, which was so funny because, the different J.C. Penney's and over at Dress Barn, nobody paid any attention. I go into Walmart, got the long cardigan there, and, it's kind of open at the top. And, yeah, you get a little peek there. And I noticed several guys that were, paying an awful lot of attention to it. I was flattered. So, which it's funny because the wife, when I was put the tank top on without the brush, she says, "You've got pokies." And I'm like, yeah, well, she's one of those that she'd never leave the house with pokies. It's like, well, I'm having fun with it. Why not? So, yeah. Thought he meant you. But then it's like me, I like the bright, the bold, the bright dresses and, the beautiful stuff. And the wife is far more conservative. She likes the earthy tones and make sure there's no pokies going on here. And, we are complete opposites in our dress. I am the flamboyant one and she is the earth girl, No, you're doing great. I love the flowers. I love the bright colors. I love the girly things. A little lace on it and stuff like that. I like that. Which I know I'm a Florida redneck underneath. How did I get so far out here? But I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. And I can't resist a beautiful dress. You can tell when you look at all my dress collection. Goodness. And I'm dangerous at Dress Barn. And the problem I have with them is every time I run that card up, they raise my limit. So, it's like I've got like a $2,500 balance over there now on the card. And then they just raised my credit limit to like $3,500. And I'm like, don't be doing that. I'll get in trouble. So I got a serious dress addiction. I haven't found a, Dress Addicts Anonymous yet. But, hey, you never know. Maybe we'll have one. That's what Kohl's the other night. I go down there to get some stockings. And I did wind up getting a couple of bras. Because, I wanted a couple of different sizes in there. And so, yeah. Oh, you are? How do you know I'm going to love it, Cooper? Okay, tell me you got a dress. Tell me, darling. I'm sorry. I think a guy in a dress is sexy. It's like I love watching cross-dressing videos. And every now and then I'll run into one, and it's like, I think it's awesome. Okay. Well, if you go to my About page, you got my email address, so you can just send it to me. Or if you PM it to me, I'll get it too. So either way. Okay. I normally pick out all my clothes and stuff like that. Now, what I ask her about usually is, does this go with this? Does this hair go with this dress? What kind of shoes should I wear? Should I wear black? Should I wear white? Strappies, pumps, boots? And she'll help me out with the makeup too, because I'll get it on and, she'll take a look at it. She'll say, oh, you missed a spot here. Let me smooth that out. Okay. We get a little speck up here. Okay. She'll get a little brush and feather a little more for me if I need it. And so, yeah, she does a lot for me. Now, the one thing that her and my daughter both helped me with is I was epilating the back. And then I got so caught up in life, I kind of missed it by a week. And at that point, it was too long to want to take the epilator to it because all it would do is jam it up. And so I shaved it. I've got my big old man groomer. Been using it for years. I don't know if you guys have ever seen one of those. But that's for the guy who wants to shave his own back. It opens up, the handle telescopes out, and it's the best pair of clippers you'll ever get. So when you're cutting hair, because it's a rotary motor in there that runs the clipper head. So it's not the magnetic. So anytime she do my haircut, she trim the edges with it. But it's designed so you can just reach over your shoulder, stand there in the mirror, and shave your own back. And it works like a dream. And so, being I let it grow too long for the epilator, I went on ahead and I shaved it. And then that was like 2 weeks ago, which means this would have been the weekend I should have epilated it. And I didn't think about it until about 2 hours before church. And at that point, I just asked my daughter, I was like, hey, can you hit my back real quick? And she, sure. So I didn't have to stand there and try to get it. She cut my time in half. So, yeah. Well, if you saw me, Cooper, clear back before, I ever started shaving, I looked like Sasquatch. And that's what's been so rough with, it's like on the belly here. It's still got a few stragglers left to go. But I've been epilating it, and the belly's kind of sensitive. And the breast area is kind of sensitive. So, it works better if I've been, working hard all day and I'm pumped up and it's like, yeah, okay, yeah, oh, ah. When I'm all relaxed and, been girly and all of that, it's like I think I wimp out over it. But no, I used to be the guy with the tufts of hair sticking out the top of the shirt here and everything, and I'd shave the V in there just because I didn't like all that hair hanging out. But Now, I look like Sasquatch to begin with. And over the years, I started shaving under the arms, and then I finally got to shaving the arms and the legs. When I first started shaving under the arms, the one thing I found is all of a sudden a stick of deodorant lasts so much longer, and you don't have those nasty yellow stains in your underarms on everything because it takes less deodorant. And so you don't have enough to mess your fabric up. So it's like, all right, that was a huge plus there. So, I've been shaving my underarms now for a long time. But then it got to where, shave the legs and then finally shave the arms. And then we were at the Pride one year and, I was wanting to shave the chest because some of these shirts, when you put them on, they ripple because of the hair under it. And they just look funky. So, I asked her if I could shave my chest. And she's like, okay. She says, you can shave your chest if I can get another tattoo. And so I agreed to it. And she's still looking for a tattoo. She hasn't gotten another one yet. But, it's up to her at this point. She let me shave my chest. And the first time it was like, oh, the glare. It's like, okay, I don't know if I could handle that or not. But what I found is the skin does tend to color up more, when you get out in the sun and without all the hair blocking it. So I've gotten used to the whiter. But it's been a long road to get here. So hello, Yankin. Welcome back. Yeah. Well, Cooper, I keep expanding on it. It's been a long road, and it's still a long road. And it was like with the eyeshadow. I bought one of these from Dollar Tree, and then I wound up, sat on it for a long time. And then I bought one of these big kits with the 9 million colors in it. And I mean, I was sitting on this stuff for like a year and just couldn't bring myself to putting that brush up against my eye. That was like such a huge hurdle for me. And the wife finally, she took it from me one night. She's, here, let me show you how to do it. She takes it and she goes ahead and she does me all up and all. And it's like, wow, that looks good. Okay. So if it wasn't her for helping me, Okay. Well, actually, $355. I own 12 sets of silicone breast forms. I've got every size from a 42 4A to a 42 triple D. In the 42D, I've got 3 different shapes and stuff. So, because 42D has kind of been my standard forever. And now I'm playing around with all the other ones. And I love these because these are self-adhesive. Put the bra on, throw them in the bra, get them warmed up, and you can run braless all day long. And the thing is, the way they hang, the way they look real. You can't tell it's a breast form. But no, it's silicone. But what I've been doing, it's like some nights I like the little ones, some days the bigger ones. The reason I've got these on is because the bustier I had that was clean, because I wore so many of them this past week. That's basically what the bustier size was. So it's like, all right, I got that one. But now you scrub them up with hot water and some antibacterial soap. And then you start out with, I got my last can in the bathroom. I need to get some more. But it's a spray medical adhesive. You just spray it on the back. And then, you got to let it dry, which the problem this time of year is normally it'll dry in about 5, 10, 15 minutes. You're good to go. Now, if it's not dry and you put it on, it's actually going to basically take the skin off. Give you a burn mark from it. Leave it all red and raw, which been there, done that many a times. I found when the weather turns cold, the glue doesn't dry that well. So if I know of a specific pair I want to wear in the morning, if I need to spray them, I'll do it the night before. But the flip side is once you get the adhesive built up, and then when it gets so it's not sticking anymore, Then you go ahead, you take the adhesive remover and just give it a quick rub on it. And they come back really super sticky. And it's like, oh, that is great. You know, if I wanted to go out and play freaking racquetball or volleyball with my triple Ds and no bra, hey, doing it that way and sticking them on, I could. They're not going anywhere. And so the other night going to Penny's was my first time out in public without the bra. But I've worn them around here, and I mean, I've had them all for 24 hours straight, slept in them and everything else. And it's like they don't move, they don't come loose. So I've gotten to where, you know, sometimes I don't feel like the bra strap. But what you get is the natural feel, because they're glued to your actual chest, and so you've got the weight of them pulling on it. Which I had a gal, Dana, who's in charge of our page here, which is Peak Area Gender Expressions. She told me a couple of years ago, because a pair of breast forms I was wearing then, they were already self-sticky, but they had a plastic backing on it. And I hadn't brought myself to the point of peeling that backing off yet. Well, what happened was over quite a few years, the plastic wore through, and I was down to the adhesive, whether I wanted to be or not. So, you know, it was one of those that next thing you know, they're stuck to me. And it's like, wow, okay. But no, it's a really cool feel. And with the different sizes, you get, you know, it's like I tell people that are wanting the breast jobs. It's like, you know, start out with these silicone breasts and different sizes, you know, try them, live in them. You know, do everything you normally do in them. And that's how you can find out, all right, is this too big? Is this too small? Does it get in the way? Can I go bigger? You know, you can answer all your questions that way. So like I say, I'm going to already be there if I ever decide on HRT. I'm going to already know, you know, I'm going to have been there for a long time and be completely comfortable with it. Now, the one thing, my mother had big breasts. So they always tell you that usually, you know, when you go on HRT, you're going to wind up with what runs in your family. And I don't know anything about Dad's side, but I know Mom had big breasts. So I stand a good chance if I ever got on HRT of having big breasts. To where, you know what? I want to know if it's something I like, if I could deal with it, if I could live with it. The main factor I don't like about HRT is you lose about 10% of your muscle mass. I don't know if I can do that and still keep up with my job. That's the tough. And the wife says, as long as you work out and all. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to already be there, and it's going to be like just putting wax on a car. Hello, Eddie. Yeah, Kim's over in the other end of the room at her computer, and Morgan's in the living room on her tablet. Used to be everybody sat around like a bump on the log and watched TV. Now everybody's online. You're so sweet, Susie. But like I said, I'm going to be completely comfortable with it and know how it feels, and if it's truly, all right, this is what I truly want or not. You know, I get my hair to grow out the whole bit. You never know. I may show up at work in a dress, try it, see if it works. I've already played around with several things. Now, I've gone to work with a bra in a couple days, and, you know, the cami tops and the panties and stuff like that. And, you know, no, of course, nobody knows it's underneath my clothes. But, you know, just trying to see. The one thing I found with the bra strap is you do get a little sweaty under the strap over the day, which, you know, I can't really say it's a bad thing. It's not to the point that would completely turn you off to it. It's just noticeable. So now the one thing I did do was we went to Penny's the other night, and I got me some more of these cami tops like what I had on yesterday, because I got to looking at that, and you know what? It's like the same cut as my guy undershirts. So even if you know, saw an outline of it through my shirt on a hot summer day with just a work shirt on and nothing else, it's like nobody'd know, except, oh, it feels so much better. So I went over to Penny's and got me a couple more of them. So I have enough of them now that I can wear them as an undershirt at work all day. And nobody will have a clue. But I'll appreciate the feel of it. So, you know. Well, you know, Yankin, I take good care of all my stores, knock myself out. I'm the best vendor they got. They love me to death. And it doesn't seem to bother them. Like I say, I've shown everybody my video from the Christmas party. They all thought it was great. They thought it took a lot of balls to wear a dress there to your company Christmas party. But to me, it's like I was more comfortable going in that room in that dress than I would have in a pair of pants and a shirt. Because that's what I'm comfortable with. You know? I'm more self-conscious as the guy than I am as the girl. You put me in the dress and I walk in as the girl, it's like I basically own the place. That's, you know. So I don't know. You know, I'm getting older and it's hard to say what lies down the road. I'm just enjoying every day. Like I said, I'm going to already be there and been there for a long time to where, you know, if I ever got on HRT, it wouldn't be any real major change. So I could already be there. Just be a case as they grow, go to smaller sizes up here. You know? I've already got all the different bras and everything to cover almost any size. You know, I've played around there a couple of times. So, you know, I'd start out with the little one for a couple of days, and I move up to the next size for a couple of days, and the next size for a couple of days, just to kind of get a feel for, all right, if you're actually growing your own, how would this feel? And yeah. If it comes to that point, I'm going to know that that's right. There's not going to be a question. You know, I know like Shay there, you know, he was on the road to transitioning and even had the breast surgery and everything. And then he decided it wasn't for him. And then he had to go in and have the breasts removed. And I never realized, but removing them is a major job. You know, pumping them up is easy. You just shove the little silicone pad underneath there and pump them up. But to actually get them removed, you know, that required cutting the whole thing open basically and flattening it all out and then reattaching the whole nipple and everything. And then after listening to Shay on that, I was like, oh my God. So you don't want to make that mistake. Well, at this point, there really isn't sex there. You know, I mean, between me and the wife once in a while, and other than that, I've been there for so many years, done so much. At this point, I'd rather roll over in bed and go to sleep than I would be worrying about that. You know? And it's like, no, I've got a wife, I've got a daughter. Everybody associates sex with a dress. No, sorry. Yep. Yep, exactly. You know. But no, Kim takes good care of me. I've got no problems there. You know, granted it's like once a week. But hey, you know, like last night, she went to bed early. She was hurt and she was tired. Okay, I'm not going to expect anything of her if she's not in any kind of shape for it. You know, it's one of those that I realize it's got to be there to keep the relationship strong and the whole bit. And yeah. Oh, I have a boyfriend in Jacksonville? Oh, Rosie. I get it. Well, Cooper, I would by no means ever refer to Rosie as a guy. To me, she's Rosie. She's a girl. I never even questioned where she was on the gender scale. When she was here, it never crossed my mind. So, yeah. Oh, you. Ah, I thought Rosie was in Jacksonville. Aw, you're so sweet, Cooper. Tell you what, Cooper, put you in a dress. I might be interested. Have to get you a cute little bra and some inserts. Put you in a nice dress. Maybe a silky slip under it. Oh, you'd be hot, buddy. So is Rosie going to come see you down there, Cooper? Because I thought she was, oh, she's at Debbie Lynn's now. And then she's headed to Jacksonville. So is she coming to see you, Coop? I'm already spoken for from both sides. Goodness. Well, you know, Coop, it's nice to know. If I ever decide to jump the fence, then I'll know who to call. But, you know, that's probably not going to happen. I realize me and the wife have kind of got this competition going to see who can live longer. The sad part is that at one point, one of us is going to be alone. You know, because I'm sorry, there's no place in my future without her, and so, you know, we're here till the end. Oh, you can dream all you want, Cooper. You want me to flash a little egg for you there? Woohoo, baby! Oh, darling, Cooper, Cooper, Cooper. Oh, come on over here and sit on my lap, darling. I had the stockings on for church. Had the thigh highs on. Hey, you know, if I'm going to church or something, I'm going to have the stockings on. You know, quite often when I'm out and about in public, I got the stockings on. That's what was fun about Thursday night, though, going to JCPenney's. Or was that Friday night? What was it? That was last night, Saturday night. Yeah, because, you know, basically, I just threw a tank top on, a skirt and a pair of panties, and threw a sweater on there. On the eyeshadow, I didn't do base or anything, just a little blue, a little green. I'm good. Hit it with a lipstick. No blush, nothing else in makeup. And I tell you what, I actually looked pretty darn good. I was probably pretty much passable. You know, now that I got the 5 o'clock shadow gone, because what you're seeing now, there's nothing left on that makeup, and that's from all day still. And I don't have any real shadow or anything coming through yet. So I've gotten rid of all the black hairs. So, Cooper, you're fine. Kim loves me. She knows I flirt. Okay, panties or thong. Tell you what, my favorites here. I'll keep a pair out here. Never know, just in case. I might be eating beans and break wind real bad. Now, the ones I like best are the little bikinis with little strings on the side. And they're from Vanity Fair. And there's a number on there if you're interested. It's an 18108. And what I like about them so much, they hold your junk. They're cute, they're small, they're dainty, they're real nice fabric, they're real soft and silky. But yet, they hold you in place. I went through so many different pairs of panties trying to find one that would keep, because you'd wind up with a testicle falling out the side, or, you know, your thing falling out or something, and nothing held you good in place. And those work great. Those work great. Those will hold your junk in place. If you want to tuck it down underneath, it's not uncomfortable. And, you know, if you want to have the bulge, hey, you're good there too. But no, they're made well enough that they support it and they keep you in place. And, you know, they're the dainty little bikini. So, you know, at $355, don't have an answer for you. So, you know, don't know. like I say, in the spot I'm in, there's no way I'd ever do my wife wrong, so the point is mute anyhow. You know, you're right, Susie. Yep. Oh, it's like so many of them I tried in the beginning, you know. Now, I do have a couple pairs of the granny panties because I found, I just got to remember when I'm getting dressed. But no, it's like I've worn them to work before and stuff because, yeah, they'll stay up, they stay put. But when you're wearing the tights will tend to want to work them down some. And that drives me nuts. And so, you know, it's like, all right, I don't like the tights on it. And I found out back splitting wood the other day with the tight jeans on, they'll tend to walk down. Because if you got something rubbing on it, because every time I bend over really far, they'd walk down a little bit. So in those two circumstances, I can see where the granny panties would be the thing to wear if you wanted something to stay put all day. But other than that, I probably own 30 pairs of those. And I've got all kinds of different colors too. I've got black, I got red, I got pink, I got... So, you know, quite often I wear the white. But, you know, it's like with Rosie here, I had the black skirt on. I put the black ones on under it. So just in case I flashed, it wouldn't be so obvious. You know, because here she is in my house, I'm myself being comfortable. And I may not always be the most ladylike. So in cases like that, or, you know, if it's really windy out and I'm wearing a red skirt, I'll put the red under it. So just in case I get caught off guard. You know. But not 355. I don't know if you dress or not or what. But like I said, I've been at it for 15 years. And believe me, I have tried so many different things until I finally come up with what I like. Now, on the bras, it's like, okay, what I found that I really like, because I think it's kind of cool having the pokies there, you know, I think it looks good. And so if you use a minimizer bra, they're unpadded, they're the thin material, and you still get the pokies with it, even with the bra, which, you know, kind of gives it a more authentic look, I think, when I'm running around in a dress and, you know, the light catches it just right or something. So it looks more natural that way. Mm. So, yeah. But now I've got, oh my God, I don't even know how many bras I got. I got so many of them. It's like I'm a bra collector. Then I figure this bit with church. Okay. Kind of looks like I've been kind of averaging about every other week going. So you sit down and figure it up. That's like 13 times a year. I could probably go to church, I don't know, 6, 7, 8, 9 years. Never wear the same dress twice. Well, I'm married 355. I got a wife, I got a daughter. And I'm not going anywhere. I'm sorry, they don't come any better than her. She loves me for who I am. She supports me. She tolerates me. You know, we've got an awesome marriage. There's no, you know, there's never any arguments or anything. We're both type A personalities, management on the job. And when we come home at night, nobody wants to lead. You know, we've been a leader all day. Neither one of us want to lead. And that works really good for us. You know, it's like we just kind of totally shut down and go with the flow. No, I don't fool around on her. And I'm not about to. You know, if I wanted to fool around with anybody, it'd be Rosie Palmer. Not O'Kelly, Palmer. Yeah. I'd have no reason to fool around. I mean, I've got nothing to gain and everything to lose. So why would I want to do it? Hmm. And 355, I'm a Trojan horse, okay? I'm not what I appear to be. I'm a Florida redneck underneath this. It's like people ask me when some of these places I've gone, it's like, weren't you scared? I can handle myself. I went to the Trump rally, got to meet Trump. I was in a dress and my Lady Gaga shoes. And everybody's like, you're going into a basket of deplorables in a dress? They'll kill you for that. No, it was an awesome night. Everybody loved it. It was great. I've been down, I did a video at the homeless park down here with like 150 homeless people. And everybody's like, weren't you scared? No. No, I was shocked that there were that many homeless people there. I mean, it just totally baffled me. But no, I can handle myself. Like, do you carry a gun? Why? I don't need a gun. If I'm going to take them out, I'd just as soon feel it with my two hands. Why stand back and be a coward? That's me. That's what I grew up as. And in the beginning, back in the 80s and early 90s, you played hardball with the Pepsi guy. And I remember one time really well in Immokalee there, I had the Pepsi guy by the shirt collar, and I'm slamming his head into the wall. The store manager comes back, and she's like, Greg, please put him down. Don't hurt him. It was over something stupid, like he ripped one of my signs down or something. But at that time, rule of thumb with the company was if you started a fight with the Pepsi guy, as long as you won, it wouldn't affect your job. Fine. I tell you what, I am having so much fun with life. Now that I can just be me, be comfortable. Yesterday going to the Y, I thought it was kind of cute because, the painted nails, the whole bit, and I've got the cami top on, the guy flannel shirt over it, and, the guy swimsuit, and I just put jeans on for the cold weather. But that was kind of a half mixed yesterday. And you know what? Nobody cared. The guy's shirt with the ladies' cami poking through here and stuff, it's like I thought it was kind of cute. And the long ladies' cardigan. And kind of mixing it all up, and nobody had an issue with it. So it's like, fine. It's more a case of what you're comfortable with. Okay. That's why, like at work, I've tried this, wearing a bra and wearing, tank tops, wearing panties, whatever. See if I'm comfortable with it. And the problem is I'm like way too comfortable with it. It's like, wouldn't bother me in the least. Now, as far as having the boobs poking out, I don't know. Like I said, I figure if I get my hair to grow out a little longer so it's my own hair, I may start wearing them to work. Go as the girl. I don't know. The door's open at work for me. If I wanted to dress as the girl, I could. I just don't know if I can do my job as it. So that's why I've just been kind of experimenting with it. Because a lot of times, it's like, all right, you've got a bra on underneath the guy attire, and you're kind of self-conscious. Well, it's like anybody's going to be self-conscious first time right up front. But the problem is, it's like, all right, after about the first 5 or 10 minutes, I totally forgot I had it on. If it weren't for the fact I was sweating during the day and I could feel it on the sides there, I probably wouldn't have paid any mind to the fact I had a bra on. yeah. So I'm playing with it. You know, I sure can't work in sandals or pumps. It'd have to be some kind of work shoe. Which, you know what? Maybe I'll get me a set of, women's work shoes at some point. Give it a shot. Considering they just discontinued my size in the shoe I've been wearing for like the past 15 years. They no longer make it in a wide. So I don't know what I'm going to do. You step on the edge of your dress or skirt. Oh, yeah. Well, you see, I wouldn't wear that long of a dress. I'd go like knee length. So, Doc Martens. All right. But, like I said, I don't know. I'm in no hurry. I'm enjoying the ride here. So, take my time on this road. Yeah, on the men's shoes. The old, they're Nunbush Coltons from JCPenney's. And I've been wearing the same shoe for like 15 years now. I used to wear a Dr. Scholl's shoe until they discoed it, and then this was what I found. So what I do is every time when they start wearing out, I jump online, I order a couple of pairs from Penny's, and I never have to go buy shoes. So, well, I usually bend with the knees to lift. I don't usually bend at the waist. So, yeah. As far as if I had a knee-length skirt or something, I don't think it'd be a problem. And heck, most of the time I'm in cold vaults where I'm the only one back there. Maybe a store employee will come back once in a while. Granted, when I'm working the floor there, then you're out in the public, but yeah, we'll see. I take it a day at a time. And I find myself just slowly progressing. And the fact that, okay, I'm getting more and more into trying to experiment with the makeup and the eyeshadow and the looks and, just trying to get more of a feel for it, broaden my horizon, broaden my knowledge. But I've also found with different brands of makeup, when it comes to eyeshadows, you get different results. Or it may look the same on the palette. When you go to put it on, you're going to get a whole different answer than what you were used to for that. So, I do love the Sephora colors. I've been buying a lot of those. Which, it's like there's the purple. Woohoo. Which it's nice stuff. The one thing I did find with it, and there's my electric blue. But I've got the blue and a lighter blue and the electric blue. And at this point, I'd like to actually try a lighter shade of the blue. So, well, I find the eyeshadow. I say Thursday I did like 3 go-rounds before I finally went back to the old tried, tested, and proven. And this morning I did 3 go-rounds before I was finally happy with it. Because my idea to start with was going from the blue to the purple because the outfit I was wearing was kind of blues and purples. And the purple doesn't do well with me. So what I wound up doing was going from, I find if I do the lighter color on the inside and lead it out to the darker color, it looks good. That's why when I do the dark blue on the outside with the green on the inside, it highlights, it looks good. And so yeah, what I wound up doing was a lighter blue inside, darker blue outside. But I'll take like half the eye or 2/3 of the eye and do the darker color. And then I'll come back with the lighter color, start at the inside, and I'll go about 2/3 of the way across. And so it kind of blends it there. So it just kind of like, the rainbow with no lines on it, going from the blue or the green to the blue. And I've gotten more compliments on that. It's like a lot of women seem to think that that looks great. And I think it looks good. But, yeah, okay, I'm wearing blue and purple, so do I want blue and green eyeshadow and red lipstick? Probably not. So that's why today I had the purple lipstick. which the one shade here, I'll show you the light one first, because it's pretty pale. Let me get laid out. Okay, there's the light purple. Now, just a hint of purple there. Now then, the dark purple. Here is the dark purple. There's the dark purple. You can really see that one. So what the wife did, she did the dark purple on me as a base, and then put the light purple over it, and that kind of brightened it up to where it was pretty close match to what I was wearing. Now what I thought looked good when I came home, I hit it with my bright red and just went over the top of the light coat of the bright red. And that kind of gave it a real pretty, kind of like a wine color. It's like that would be a bear to try to keep up with and maintain. Yeah, it's the dark purple. Now that I'm wearing pinks, I think it looks better with the red. There we go. That's the red. But so today was my first day with trying purple in public. I do have a pink here that when I put it on, you don't even know I got lipstick on. Pretty much my lip color. Makes great chapstick. You know what? I didn't realize I was on this long. I'm going to need to get off of here because I got an alarm that goes off at 4 in the morning. And I'm wanting to be in good shape. So I'm thinking I might ought to say goodnight. Oh, and Cooper, darling, you take care, sweetie. Sleep well. He's so cute. But, yep. I'm waiting for more Rosie streams. I'm waiting for her to actually sit down and do a live. I don't know if she was, I knew we were talking about if she was going to do one with Debbie Lynn. My problem is I'm not getting any of the notifications. So, but good night, guys. Take care and thanks for coming. And thanks for the super chat there. You guys are great. Have a good evening.